Alright, what's up everybody out there? How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing alright. Artist of Strong Style here to give you another deck profile. So we're in the year of 2024 now, and then of course, yeah, it may be the same deck, but it's because, it's a new year. Almost the same exact deck, which is, Monarch. So yeah, Monarch, my favorite deck out of all. It's a tributing deck, considered the best one out of all. Can be competitive still. And it is pretty cheap. Just get your 3 structure decks and you have the deck already. There's only a couple of cards in here that is not in the deck. But Monarch is pretty much one of the best decks out of all. So, yeah, like I said, year of 2024. There's only maybe a couple just cards. Let's just say 2 cards are switched around. But further ado, just because it's a new year, I'll show you guys the Monarch deck. So you're gonna go with your 3 Ether of the Heavenly Monarch. Alright, here's how these work. Even though if it's a level 8 monster, it can be tributed by 1 as long as you're tributing a tributed monster. Then what it can do is what you do is you send away a magic or trap of a Monarch card in your deck, send 2 away, then you'll be able to special summon any level. Okay, pretty much you can special summon any Monarch onto the field. Effects negated. Then at the end of your turn, the Monarch that you brought out from Ether is gonna go to your hand. That's already you're gonna get a Monarch into your hand already. So yeah, even if it's a level 8, you can tribute it as long as you're tributing a tributed monster. Same goes for Ether. These are the 2 best Monarchs out of all. Now with Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. So yeah, this was Ether. Now you got Erebus. Send away 2 magical traps from your deck to the graveyard. Then what this effect does is, okay, never believe of what people say. But what Erebus does is you do not target, but you're going to select 1 card from on the field, graveyard, or from your opponent's hand, send 1 card right back. This does not target, okay? Never believe what people say, no, you can't target them. No, Erebus does not target. Because we know some cards, you cannot target them. No. Erebus does not target when you do the effect. So yeah, always never believe of what people say. That's what I love about Erebus. And yeah, as long as tributing a tributed monster. Now what the Monarchs do is, there are some Mega Monarchs, so I go the Caius because Caius is my favorite Monarch, and then it depends on what Monarch you want to play and how you want to play them by. What Caius does is banishing cards. I like to play by you're going to banish cards. So, these also depend on 1 tributed monster. By tributing a tributed monster, and you could play one of the Monarchs. Now, then what you do with Caius is target 1 card on the field, banish it, and if you do, inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. No matter what. We know the regular Caius is by tributing, and then if you hit a monster, okay, it'll be banished. Now, if it's a dark, you'll take 1,000 points of damage. What Caius does is it does not matter what card you hit. It's going to take 1,000 points of damage. Also, if you tributed a dark monster, one of your dark monsters as a tribute, you're going to hit 2 cards. Not 1, hit 2. And if any of those cards were a dark monster, if you hit a dark monster, then you can target 2 cards instead. If it's just a regular tribute, okay, 1 monster, 1 card on the field, no matter what it is. Even if it's a magic or trap, your opponent would take 1,000 points. Your opponent takes 1,000 points of damage. Now, if it's by 2, if it's by a dark, then you're gonna hit 2, but still only 1 monster. But still only 1 card, and banish it. Then, okay, there are a lot of different kind of Monarchs. So My last monarch I would do is just the Stalos, the Mega Monarch. Tributed 1 by tributing a monster, by tributing one monster. In this card, look at your opponent's hand and discard one card from your hand. And discard one card from their hand. Now, we know the regular the Stalos is you're going to take away one card from your opponent, and if it's a monster, times 100 damage to your opponent, to your opponent's life points, times 100 due to the fact of what the monarch is. Of what the level is, times 100. The Stalos, the Mega Monarch, is the same exact thing, except it's by 200. If you discard a, okay, you're not going to look at your opponent's hand. It's just going to be guess of what card they have in your hand. Now, if it's a dark, now if it's a monster, times 200. So, not so much of a difference compared to the regular the Stalos, but the Stalos. Now, that's on my monarchs. Now, what's not monarch that I use is Vanity's Fiend and Majesty's Fiend. They're level 6s, so it's just one tribute. Vanity's Fiend cannot be special summoned, neither player can special summon monsters. That really doesn't affect you as much because you're not special summoning. Majesty's Fiend cannot be special summoned, neither player can activate monster effects. Alright, so that's for tributed monsters. Now, it's not tributed monsters, of course, yeah. Here's your package right here of going with Idea the Heavenly Squire. He's a warrior. You normal summon him, you can special summon any attack of 800. Special summon any other, and that's already going to bring out 2 monsters. If you remove it, if it is sent away, and this is when you're going to have, this is when sometimes you're going to have some banished magic or traps of a monarch. Then you're going to get one of those cards from your, that's removed from play back to your hand, as when this is sent away. What you can also do is remove it from play to special summon one of the spell trap cards added to your hand. Only once per turn. And that brings out Edios. So yeah, Idea, bring out Edios. Edios activates as a trap card. This counts as an extra tribute. So what I mean is, you know, Idea, special summon Edios, tribute, because you can do this as an extra tribute, so tribute, and that's the player monarch. And yeah, that's what Edios does. Then you got Mithra. Mithra can be special summoned easily, straight like that from your hand. And then for my last monsters, okay, it's a pendulum. I think that's the way you say it. Archaea Morphrite. Okay, how this goes. Place it in your spell. Place it in your pendulum zone. Then, this is what you do. Must be special summoned from your face up extra deck. Okay. By having no cards in your extra deck except Morphrite, you can only special summon this card once per turn. So pretty much it goes like this. You're gonna put it in your link summon. Activate. You're gonna destroy it. Move it from play. Then you can bring it back from play easily, straight like that. Only once per turn. And you get to draw a card. If you have no cards in your extra deck, you can destroy this card, then draw one card. You're not playing an extra deck, so that's why it's like, yes, activate, destroy it, draw your one card, bring it right back for another tribute. That's all you're doing. So That's for monsters. The magic cards, okay, you're going to go with your searcher. This is Tenacity of the Monarchs. Reveal one monster in your hand with 24 attack and 1,000 defense, or a 28 attack and 1,000 defense. Then add one monarch card from your deck added to your hand, except for Tenacity. This is your searcher. And only once per turn. What's also a 24... Okay, so yeah, we're thinking of monarchs. No, which actually could be searched for that you can do is Majesty Spleen, because it's a 24 attack and 1,000 defense. What sucks that I don't like is that they made Majesty Spleen as a 1,200 defensor, but it's still 24 attack. You can reveal your Majesty Spleen as well. This is when it's gonna get so good. What I love about doing this is Domain, the field spell for monarchs. What it does is, while you have no cards in your extra deck, which you don't, and if you are the only player that controls a tributed monster, no one can play from their extra deck. You stop your opponent from playing from the extra deck. They cannot play anything from the extra deck. Then, what you can also do is activate this as a extra tribute. So what I mean is by Domain, activate it as a tribute. So this would mean by destroy, draw your card, special. That's for a one tributed monster, but you can activate this as a double tribute. So tribute, activate this as a tribute and play a monarch. Same goes for Idea, and then if you Edios, of course, tribute, or you can activate this one tribute, activate this as your second tribute, and play your monster, play your monarch. So that is gonna let you have an extra tribute. So just like I just said, destroy, draw a card, special summon, tribute, and play your tributed monster. As well as also, all tributed monsters you control, when it comes to only your turn, they gain 800 attack. Only your tributed monarchs. Well, tributed monsters. So that's the whole point. As long as you have a tributed monster and you have Domain on the field, you or your opponent cannot play from the extra deck. But again, like I just said, you're not playing an extra deck. Remember, it's just the tributing. And that would stop your opponent. So this is how good it gets. Then you got your Pantheism is your draw power. Then send one monarch spell trap from your hand to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. That's what Pantheism does. And that's not once per turn. You keep on doing it for as many times as you want. But the other effect that you can only do once per turn is you can remove it from play, get any 3 cards of a monarch that you want, get them to your hand. Then you're going to send it, then you're going to show your opponent. They have to choose one. Whatever it's going to be that they chose gets to your hand, the other goes to the graveyard. And that's why when it comes down to when you have it in your remove from play zone, Idea, and then let's just say again, Edios, tribute. Remember, as long as Idea is gone, get one of your magical traps, add it right back to your hand. The draw powers as many times as you want. Remove it from play. To get any 3 is only once. And what I mean by 3, it could even be you wanted to go search for your 3 Monarch Stormforth. Okay, I'm gonna get my 3 Monarch Stormforth. Your opponent has to choose one. It does not matter because it's gonna be Monarch Stormforth. What I love about Monarch Stormforth is only once this turn, you can... Okay, this does not target. Choose one of your opponent's monsters. And that's just the way it is. Monarch Stormforth, you don't target one of your opponent's monsters. Count that as one of your tributes. Does not target. Now, then you got Return of the Monarchs, continuous spell card. This is what Return of the Monarchs does. You activate this. Then, every single time you a Monarch is played, or a 28 attack, 24,000 defenser, that includes your Majesty's Fiend, anytime one is played. So you activate, summon. You're going to be able to get one monster from your deck, add it to your hand. That's of course, 24, 28,000 defenser, 1,000 defenser, about 24. Add it to your hand. Only once per turn. So even if you played your Monarch, you want to go for your Majesty's Fiend, you can go for that too. I just don't get why they made Vanity's Fiend as a 24 defenser. Or else I would be able to, or else you would be able to do that as well. Now when you play March of the Monarchs, oh boy, this is going to get good. Continuous spell card as well. Attributed monsters you control cannot be targeted or be destroyed by card effects. Your attributed monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. And there are times when I pulled this off. Okay, remember, March of the Monarchs, right? When you have a Monarch, March of the Monarchs, and Domain cannot be destroyed by card effects or targeted by card effects, and still with your Domain, they're going to have a tough time going against these. And then if you have Return as well, it's tough. It's tough. Then just, of course, yeah. Rhoda, reinforcing the army, that's only for Idea. And then only 2 traps. Which is Private the Monarch. Once per turn, you can target 2 Monarch spell trap cards to your graveyard. Shuffle them into your deck. That's not what you really want to do, because that's only what you're going to put on the field. What you really want to do is have this in the graveyard, so when it comes down to the effect of sending away magic or traps from the Idea, from the Erebus or Ether, you can remove from play a magic or trap, remove it from play, special summon this as a token monster. And that's just the way it goes. Now that's for banishing. If you want to play, Monarchs, or there are different kind of ways of playing Monarchs. Me, I like to play the banishing card. So that's Caius, and then it's not that bad to at least run in. And then of course, yeah, you want to do some taking away cards from your hand. From your opponent's hand, that's the Stalos. But why not, put them in? So yeah, if you want to take away cards from your opponent's hand, that's the Stalos. Banishing cards, that's Caius. There are others as well. You want to do destruction, magic or traps, that's Mobius. If you want to destroy monsters, that's Saborg. And if you want to send away cards right back, that's Ryza. All of these Monarchs have different kind of effects. Take away cards from your opponent's hand, the Stalos. Banishing cards, Caius. Do destruction on your magic. Do destruction on magic and traps. That's Mobius. Destroy monsters. That's Sabord. Sending away cards. That's Ryzen. You can go either method. I've tried all the methods, and yeah, all work for me. But my type of thing is always go banishing. And yeah, I've tried different kind of ways. I even played where I'm using all of them, and all of them seem to work. So yeah, I've done destruction and banishing, send away and destruction on monsters, or I've done, banishing and send away cards. And then there is card that did come out. I tried it, but I don't think it seems to work. But it was the Stalos of the Shadowfire Monarch. It was a new one that came out, but it's not so well. And then I'm into monarchs, so I played all different kind of methods. It's just whatever method you want to go with. But yeah, my main thing is going, banishing, and then if you need to put an extra card in here, I would just put in the Stalos. How about the Stalos in there? Keep it cool. And then when it comes to return, search for Annie. As well as also you can go for your Majesty's Fiend. And then Majesty's Fiend can work for if you want to do Tenacity. Reveal Majesty's Fiend. Activate Tenacity. Search for whatever you want. Also, this could be done for if you want to bring out some and then the effect's negated, but it'll return right back to your hand. And you just have another monster right back to your hand. The main thing for Erebus and Ether, the main thing you're going to want to do is, send away Monarch, Pantheism, and Prime. That's what you want to do always. Because then, on that turn, remove it from play, get any tool that you're going to need. Get any tool, magic, or trap. So summon, special, tribute. This is sent away. Get your remove from play card. And that's it. You got Caius, okay. Caius, banish not one, banish two because you tributed by a trap, by a dark monster. And then domain. Only when you attack, you'll get the boost up to 800. Not on your opponent's turn. When you have this on the field, no one can play from the extra deck. But you're not playing an extra deck, so it doesn't affect you. And then count this as an extra tribute. So even if you just normal, this counts as a tribute, but activate this as your double tribute. So you can tribute again. But you can't. But of course, that's only level 1. And you can only bring out your Majesty's Fiend or the Vanity's Fiend, but activate domain as your other tribute. So tribute 1, count this as your tribute 2. And then monarchs. There are so many different kind of ways. So, this is the Monarch deck. So, My favorite deck out of all time. I've always played, when I started playing Monarchs, it was just, I just fell in love with Monarchs. I mean, I'm sure, you know, others. What is your number one deck that you love so much? Me, it's always been Monarch. Of course, you've seen I've done other decks and I played those. Yeah, those are decks that are interesting and fun to play. But if you had your one actual deck, what would be your one actual deck? For me, it's Monarch. Of course, yes, they have effects, and then of course, yeah, people love to play Yvette Baylor. The effect's not working. Ash Blossom, the effect doesn't go. Infinite Impermanence, that trap card. Okay, effects negated. Ghost Ogre, effects negated. We know those damn cards. But if none of those cards were to hit you, well then I've just showed you what the Monarchs do. Fun deck. I love it. Not expensive. And it can be a pretty heavy deck to use. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. I will be speaking to y'all later. A deck profile of the video. I'll be showing you how this deck is played. I'll speak to y'all later. Peace.